Hi folks. Oh God, it's so hot. This is bordering on ridiculous now with the John Wedger. Mike Tarrager has put a number of things up on his Facebook, things that he told me in private. So of course, unless something is said by the person who sold it to you, you keep it to yourself. As I said yesterday, I'm not a person who wants to post up screenshots of conversations and such. There's no need. There really is no need to do that. And the minute you do it with a situation like this, you are potentially losing any confidence that anyone had in you. So I don't do this, but we can see the title on here. Sorry, I had fluff head. One of my hairs got caught in my ring. Did that come out wrong? Probably. God. Right, so we've got the header here, snake charmer or snake. Well, I think we're getting closer to knowing snake, aren't we? Someone commented today that I don't look at the John Wedger videos. It's just like they make me feel sick, because it's just like looking at himself and how many people, oh, big bad John Merritt. Why is he big? Why is he bad? I don't know. It's weirdness. Oh, it's just weirdness. So I've watched it this morning. I watched it before I had my breakfast. I've been out, done some crap, come home. Is he losing his tiny mind? Is he seriously losing his tiny mind? Did we notice that on this, once again, he is only calling out women? He's called apologies, yesterday I was saying Barbara O'Hare. It's not. I was saying Brenda O'Hare, Barbara O'Hare. So he calls her out again today. Calls her disgusting and vile. Really? Now you need to go and look up James English and her interviews with him. You tell me if it's right. For someone who's, sorry, I'm going to move this laptop over, because everyone says it looks like I'm talking to someone there. It's not, I'm looking at the laptop. You go and watch that, and you tell me if it's right in any crazy mind to be saying such things about someone who went through what she has been through. Who else does he call out? Oh, he calls out Angela Power Disney. Again. Right, okay, well, it's not talking about the vileness that he sent to Michael Tarrager, is he? He's not mentioning Michael's name. And why is he not mentioning Michael's name? Because he knows that Michael has a lot of clout, because people believe him and they trust him. But no, he can't do that. He can't do that. He's got to pick on women. Nice. That's what he does. Now, Angela Power Disney has her own story, of which you can find on her channel. Barbara O'Hare has the worst story. It's like the stuff of nightmares, all true. She got paid compensation for it. So anyone who knows this sodding country, you don't get compensation unless the state is in the wrong. Exactly the same as Michael Tarrager. But again, here we are. What else has he been up to? Well, he seems to have been on a rampage, an absolute rampage. Attacking victims for asking simple questions. Asking simple questions. Just asking clarification. Clarification on the stuff that loads of people are asking, myself included. And what do we get for that? Troll attacks. I don't care. I really don't care. There's a lot to be said for the sticks and stones. apparently for John Wedger, people calling him out, like Angela Power Disney and Barbara O'Hare, this troubles him. Well, it should trouble him, shouldn't it? It should trouble him, because if you've been up to no good and you're getting caught, that will be troubling. If you've not been up to no good, then you just clear all of this mess up. We have another bold statement from the wedger creature. He says he personally has spent tens of thousands of pounds helping victims and survivors. All right, well, like, here we have another question then. So we don't know where all the money went from all the fundraisers, the GoFundMes, the crowdfunding that you've done. Now we've got the merchandise, then you've got people going on to the John Wedger Foundation, and what you're doing is sending a picture of your own personal bank card, of which I have been sent a number of times, so it wasn't a one-off. It wasn't a one-off. And you're not addressing any of it, John. You're not addressing any of it. So in addition to where's all the money gone, apart from we know that like most of it is gone on self-PR through Facebook, I mean, hasn't been putting people in counselling, hasn't been getting them to solicitors and paying legal fees so that they can get some justice. No, it's gone on self-PR. The rest of it, we don't know. The tens of thousands that he's spent, we don't know. And the thing is, anyone can say whatever they like. Michael Tarrago, he's on the same level as me. We know that John Wedger has some sort of vision of grandeur going on. To the point that he did say he was a John the Baptist type. Is he now? Is he? Do you know what he's done? What he's done now? Apart from slagging all the victims off, not all of them, the ones that are on his side, the ones that have got sucked in here, and that's not their fault. That is not their fault. Exactly like it wasn't my fault when I got sucked in with the Helping Hands Against Abuse and the whole Bill Maloney scam. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. But yeah, I fell for it. I fell for it. So the victims that are supporting him, it's not their fault, is it? It's not their fault. They're looking for things to change, and then you've got this charlatan making out he's going to. But we don't know what he's done. We don't know where the money's gone. We don't know what he's actually done. Apart from get his face all over the place, we don't know what he's done. Nothing, I think, pretty much. Pretty much nothing. I don't know. Someone tell me differently. If he hasn't don't tell me that he's raised his profile and he's raising awareness of child abuse. Has he done that? He's certainly raised his profile. Has he raised awareness of child abuse? Yeah, a little bit. I guess he has. You know, let's be fair, he has. But what has been the outcome of this? Nothing. Nothing. Apart from a foundation that isn't a foundation. Not a limited company. Not a charity. 3 years now, John. 3 years. If you can't turn something into a charity, or at least a limited company, which you can do on the internet, of which you are using, then there must be a reason for this. There has to be a reason for this. There has to be a reason that you'd be taking donations and you wouldn't want anyone to know where that money's going in a productive way. That's all. That's all. Angela Power Disney wasn't attacking you at all. She was doing the dots the same as I've been doing for the last, since you came on the scene, 3.5, 4 years now. We're not getting it. That's all. Oh, maybe we're just silly little women. Maybe we are. And that's easily cleared up, isn't it? That's easily cleared up. But telling everyone on your telling people that they're, well, you pretty much said that people who question you are tapped in the head and are vile. But then you're the same person who only was it yesterday or the day before? Was now is not was is now calling Michael Tarrager a Satanist. Stage left, red shoes. The same person who called me a Satanist for a housewarming gift. Because obviously, if these is a picture, John, it's a picture. Actually, them shoes aren't made out of babies' skins. Weirdo. Who the hell thinks this way? I mean, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. What you're doing is unhealthy. And you're telling people to come to you with their stories, not necessarily believe their families, turn to you and tell their stories because it's going to be cathartic. Is it, John? Is it? Is it? Because there's a number of people that have come to you and it's felt far from cathartic for them, and you've turned on a few of them. And then there's the ones that were going to come to you and have had the absolute bare arse cheek to ask a few questions, and you've turned on them. You turned on me, called me a Satanist. You don't know me. You don't know me. You're welcome to come round. Come round. Let's have a brew. I'm more a coffee drinker, but you can have a cup of tea. You'll have to make it yourself because I'm shit at making tea. But if there's nothing to hide here, come on then. Let's meet up. Let's meet up. Might not want to be in my house because obviously, like, my boys are not little and they don't like what you've been up to. They're a bit cross about it. We can meet somewhere neutral, couldn't we? Why not? Let's do it. Wedger meets the troll. I'm game. I'm game. Oh yeah, but you won't give energy to trolls. Although a good 10 minutes of your 28-minute 55-second brew with a view was pretty much having a go at people that don't agree with you and calling them mentally ill and like you know, your standard mantra. Let's get to the Michael Tarrager and what you have been up to here for a man who's in hospital with a terminal illness. Sick, that is. Sick. What you could have done is not send that vile text message that you sent him when he asked you to take everything down, which you really didn't. Haven't checked. Maybe you have now. Maybe you have now since you've been on your other rampage at all the victims, Michael included. What about your American job before you went to the RAF base? Now, I know a lot about this, but it's not my story to tell, so I'm only going to go as far as what is now on social media. What about your job? You was waiting for that telephone call, weren't you, to go to Ghana and work out there tracking down illegal snake traders. Oh God! Do you know Ghanaian at all? As an undercover person trying to do uncover an illegal trade anywhere, I'd imagine a very white person with grey hair might, by their very fact, draw attention to themselves. And I do know about the illegal pet trade because I lived in Thailand and I've lived in the Middle East. Yeah, there is good money in it. There is good money in it. But really, anyone going undercover, the US would not be asking you. And this is where the delusions are coming in here, aren't they? He said he's like John the Baptist. No, you're really not. No, you're really not. He's now an undercover agent for the US, being approached to seriously, it's fucking hilarious because it is so crazy. Let's have a bit of evidence for this as well, John. Come on, I want you to prove me wrong. I want Inspector Gadget here, the snake charmer, to prove me wrong. Show me a little email like that actually can be backed up, not something you cobbled together, because I've seen that sort of shit from you as well. Why tell such crazy and wild lies? What are you gaining from it? Do you actually think anyone would believe that? Like with a logical brain that you don't have at the moment, you don't have. Do you think with a logical brain anyone would call Michael Tarrager a Satanist just because he's asked what's going on with the funds? Why is the foundation not a charity? Why is it not even a limited company? Like, are you thinking that like normal people are believing that this sort of shit that you're up to is right and true? Well, obviously it isn't, is it? Michael Tarrager could be the worst bastard in the world, but you've managed to raise profile off the back of him, right? I don't know. I take him as I find him, right? And I find no problem with him. He's been very supportive of me when very few have. He's not had an agenda with me where others have tried to get me, suck me in on sides. But the guy is ill. He's in the hospital. He agreed to DNR, for Christ's sake. So it wasn't like he's a little bit ill. And you choose to do this. Call him a Satanist. You're disgusting. Your behaviour is disgusting. And it is so, so damaging to these victims. And you're a religious man, are you? I've seen the things that you've written to victims. I've seen what you've written to Michael Tarrager. And you are a man of God? No, you are a man of good God. What the fuck is this prick up to? Saving children. You're about as authentic as Bob Geldof and fucking Bono. And what happened there? Oh, save the world. No, the world wasn't saved. A load of money got made and very little of it was spent where it was supposed to have been spent, and pockets were lined. Just me drawing a little conclusion there. So anyway, John, you won't put the energy in here to meet up and have an honest and open, non-aggressive discussion and answer some questions. I've got in touch with the Daily Mail today. They were very interested. So yeah, I hope you do that story, because they've got some questions for you. If they bother to roll with it. But you seem to have too much shade around you. I really doubt they will. Get a politician on board. That would be career suicide for them, won't it? But anyway, they were very interested. And it takes 10 minutes on the internet. Go and research. So, as journalists, I guess they have. Oh well. Because half of what I was telling them, they already know. I only gave them a few little snippets that they didn't know of recent events, but they knew all the rest, so I'd be careful there. If you think the press is your friend, Inspector Gadget, you need to get in the real world here. Get off the roof, put your feet on the ground, and I don't know, get a reality check. You need to get a reality check, because you can't go around behaving like this. What you've been doing has been damaging anyway, and dangerous. You put no support in for the people that you have on when you're not bothering to listen to them, and you're like, oh, I'm more interested in the views and the comments. You put nothing in place for them before, during or after. You drag up all of that trauma. Nothing. dangerous what you're doing. It's dangerous. And it shows very little regard for the people that you're sucking into this absolute sham. Absolute sham. So let's clear it all up. Let's clear it all up. Let's have a meeting. Let's have honest and open accounts. And then it's all gone away, isn't it? You can carry on being John the Baptist. But what you can't keep doing is abusing people that don't agree with you. Stop calling out women. Plenty of men out there. Because you look a little bit warped for only ever picking on women. So pick on everyone or no one at all. That's easy. Right, well, I expect 0 back from this. Well, apart from the trolls. Oh, there's a little fly. God, sorry. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Something has to happen here, though. You can't. This behaviour has to stop. It has to stop. Michael needs to not be worrying about what you're up to. He needs to get himself well, and he needs to get himself home. And then I imagine there's going to be a lot more that comes out. An awful lot more. I've had 2 of your ex-girlfriends get in touch with me over the last 48 hours. Oh, you certainly leave an impression, John. You certainly leave an impression. Good Lord. God. But that's their story to tell, isn't it? Not mine. Not mine to retell. So, be careful now. Be careful. Open and honest. Let's do that. Let's just do that. Try it. Let's have a change on a Tuesday. Let's try that. Doubt it. Right, anyway, sorry guys. This is just getting, like, it's pissing me off. It is pissing me off. I'm not angry with it. I don't care. Well, I do care because it's upsetting other people. Is it upsetting me? Nah, not really. Not really. I don't know how to end this video because that's so ranty. I had all good hopes last week for this channel, and I still want it to go in the direction that I want it to go in. Lots of people have got in touch with me and they've had like loads of stuff to say. Yes, there are Charlotte questions that are outstanding. There are, and I'll get to them when this shit doesn't keep happening every day. It's like a mass distraction. Maybe. Maybe. But what I actually want to do with this channel is I want it to come away from me, and be more about other people. I want other people to tell their own stories in the way that they choose to tell them. Now you can come here. Everyone's welcome here. We can film something and we can upload it. Equally, if you don't want to do that, send me your videos and I'll put them on this channel. Like, I'd rather it be like a community thing, that everyone gets to have a say, over it just being me, my mindset, my thought process, and things that I find interesting, appalling, whatever that might be. I want to steer it away from that and kind of give it back to you guys. Like, because not everyone wants a YouTube channel. Not everyone wants a YouTube channel. Plenty of people have got something to say. They really do. Like in the messages that I get. There's some really, really interesting people with stories to tell. Sit and talk to yourself in the dining room like I do. Send it to me on an email and I'll load it up for you. No editing, no nothing. Like, just as it is. Unless it's really weird shit, because now I know I'm opening the door for, I don't know, doggers and weirdos. But like you know, if it's topical to false accusations and general bullshit that's going on in the world and bullshit people that are going about in the world, like, if it's relevant to that, then, like, send it over and I'll upload it. I can do that for you, make you a thumbnail and, like, we'll upload it. So that's kind of the direction that I want this to go in. But I think we're not going to be done with this John Wedger saga, chapter 97. Like, and I'm not going to leave it alone. So if it's pissing people off, then, like, I'm sorry about that. Is it going to consume this channel? No, it absolutely isn't. It absolutely isn't. But this shit that's going on at the minute is like, it's like a John Wedger rampage. So yeah, of course it needs to be spoken about. Anyway, thank you for putting up with us again. Thanks for the nice comments, and I think I'm gonna have a couple of days off. I said this yesterday, but I'm just can't, unless even more madness happens. But I can't imagine it can get much madder than this in 24, 48 hours. So I think what we Tuesday today, what I'll do is get right away from the wedger creature, unless the snake charmer, unless it gets really hilarious. And then we're going to get back on topic, and I'm going to do the little YouTube on the lady that I'm speaking to, who's got a poorly daughter, and what she's been witnessing in the NHS for the last couple of years. So that'll be Friday. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm absolutely boiling alive, and I know what a whinger. I've lived overseas. The Middle East was really, really hot. But you kind of had air conditioning and tiled floors. It wasn't like that. It's just a joke. It's just a joke at the minute. But next week, well, towards the end of this week, if we don't all get we've got the life warning on the thunderstorms that are due tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or Thursday? I'm sure we'll all survive. I'm really sure we'll all survive. So I wish you luck with the rain and the thunder, and we'll have another chat on Friday. So much love to you and yours. Keep safe, keep well, keep sane, and keep away from John Wedger. Anyway, that's it. Bye, folks. Bye.